Hello, Matt Lucas here, and I'd like to welcome you to this Gallifrey Stands production of Doctor Who The Unsaved Planet, which is being recorded to raise money for Stonewall. Stonewall stands for acceptance without exception. They campaign for equality for the LGBT community, both here in the UK and around the world, but they need your help. So, before, after or during listening to this play, please give whatever you can at justgiving.com/The Unsaved Planet. Thank you, and let the festivities begin.
Hello and welcome back to Radio Olak, the planet's favorite radio station. I'm Skleezy, your host, and you join us on a historic day. Here on planet Olak, for the first time in 15 years, the Left-Worlders and Right-Worlders are together under a flag of peace in the new capital, located here in the former Left World. It's all down to two strangers from another world who have become friends to all of Olak. Now, I could tell you all about it, but why would I do that when we have our very own interplanetary president waiting to address the gathered crowds? Ladies and gentle beings, President Somar!
Thank you for that lovely introduction, Skleezy. Welcome to the two peoples. Now join as one on our once again united world. Thank you for accepting me, former leader of the left, as leader of you all. I'd also like to thank my new vice president, former commander of the army of the Right-Worlders, Commander Watch. But there are two people who are really responsible for this peace, for bringing us together. It is with great pleasure I bestow the highest honor our planet has to offer, the Black Star, to the Doctor of Gallifrey and Orla of Earth for their work in bringing the Left and Right-Worlders together under a flag of peace after years of bitter conflict. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind saying a few words.
Well, I usually don't like to. Really, you guys did all the hard work.
Oh, just say something. This is exciting. It's my first planet save.
Yes, you're first. I've done thousands. Did you want to take this one?
No, I don't want to speak in public. I want you to.
So, you're the one who wants a speech done, but you want me to do it. That's Earthlings for you.
Doctor?
Yes, coming. Hello? Hello? Oh, that's better. Thank you, President Somar, and to all the people of Olak. This is a huge honour for both Orla and myself. I don't usually like to stay around for the speeches, but my companion was so taken with your amazing hospitality, she insisted on... How did she put it? Ah, yes. Staying around for the knees up. The challenge of achieving peace amongst your people was a great one, but Orla and I did not meet it alone. It took every last one of you working together to achieve this peace. The trade deal you have signed today will mean that you can see how much more you can all gain from peace than you would ever achieve from war. President Somar has already told me he intends to make it so this leads to your new, united people taking their place in trade deals around the solar system, and one day, beyond. So thank you to the Right-Worlders present today who are prepared to stand side by side with their friends from the left. It will not be easy to mend the fear and mistrust of war, but working together, I know it can be done. Anything to add, Orla?
Thanks for the drinks, and glad you guys are getting on now. Oh, and thank you to that nice family who looked after Dottie. Sorry she peed on your holy statue, and thanks for waiving the charges for the law that broke. She didn't mean to be blasphemous, just a weak bladder, really. No. Thank you. Thanks for putting me on the spot.
Likewise, I only stayed for the party because you were so excited about your first alien planet.
Well, where I come from, you don't get to save the world every day.
Well, when you put it like that, it is nice to be reminded how special this is to do.
Do you think this peace can really last?
I think if they continue with the progress they have made so far, it's bound to. I'll tell you what, one day we shall come back. Yes, we shall come back. Until then, I'm sure they will have no regrets, no tears, no anxieties. They must go forward in all their beliefs and prove to me that I am not mistaken in mine.
Nice speech.
Yes, it always has been. Right, a couple more drinks, then back to the TARDIS. Orla, we have a lot more work to do.
It's nice to have our people united, is it not, Matez?
Yes, Commander. Sorry, Vice President Wash.
Now we can turn our attention to the real enemy. But first, I think our new planetary president is looking tired. We will take care of him first.
Doctor Who, The Unsaved Planet. Starring Dr. Squee as the Doctor, Michelle Sewell as Orla, and Joy Johns as Wash.
And now, our brand new talk show, Lewis, with a festive special. Huey, who's on the show tonight?
Hello, and welcome to the Lewis Christmas Special, the most fabulous chat show known to man. On tonight's show, joining us live via satellite is Kevin Smith and podcasting pal from Hollywood Babylon, Ralph Garman, to talk to us about his new movie, Tusk 2, starring Ralph.
Hey man, glad to be here. This time, two guys get sewn into an elephant suit. Ain't that f***ed up?
Yeah, I get to be the elephant's ass. Another one of this guy's movies I don't get a line in.
From the Rocky Horror Show on stage and screen, we have Patricia Quinn.
Didn't someone say there'd be some champagne, darling?
And later, we will have music from Kylie. But here with his first guest is your host, Lewis Welsh.
Thank you, Huey, and welcome everyone to our first ever Christmas episode. How exciting! Stay tuned to see all those wonderful guests later. But first, we have the former health minister turned children's author here to tell us all about his new book, Mr. Mystery, Trapped in Time. Please welcome Sir Roger Ainley.
Thank you, Lewis. Such a pleasure to be here, and congratulations on the new show.
Oh, thank you, Sir Roger.
Please call me Ainley. All my friends do, and I feel like we are old friends.
Well, if you insist, Ainley, we are so excited about your new book, Mr. Mystery, Trapped in Time, the much anticipated sequel to the heartbreaking Mr. Mystery, Lost at Christmas. But before we get on to that, it's been a lot of change for you over the past 2 years since leaving office, and what we may say somewhat of an unusual circumstance. You launched the first book, and things have just taken off for you in this new career.
Well, yes. After leaving politics and becoming an author, I felt a freedom I never had. I was so pleased with the first book, and as you know, it was partly based on an incredible man we both met that Christmas.
Incredible. Ruined your press conference and my news reports.
Well, quite. But he turned out to be an amazing man, and helped save the day in a way very few will ever know. It's strange how a man and his friend can walk into your life, turn it upside down, then be gone the next.
Well, we've all dated a few men like that. I know I have in my time.
Here I am, talking about how a man changed my life. Don't let my husband know I said that, and wasn't talking about him.
What the hell?
Wow, man, I gotta stay away from new strains before I record interviews because I'm seeing a blue box appear.
Yeah, can someone get me another Jack Daniels?
Ah, Ainley, there you are.
Doctor?
Doctor? I think I could do with a doctor too, love.
Lewis Welsh, I'm a huge fan. I love the special you did with Brittany.
Oh, well, thank you.
How's your husband? Huey, isn't it?
Husband? Huey, my announcer? He's a happily married man.
He is? Oh, right, of course, this is 2017. That doesn't happen till next year. Forget I said anything.
But...
Right, Ainley, come along. We're going on a trip.
My word, Doctor, is that really you?
Yes, it's me. I'm wearing the same face and everything.
But where are you going? And how on earth did that box disappear here?
We are going to the planet Olak. And as for the box appearing, well, let me take care of that. Just interview your next guest. I'll have Ainley back before your first ad break.
We're on BBC One. We don't do ads.
You know what I mean. Come along, Ainley.
Well, this is awkward. Next up is Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman. And if my wife is watching, we may need to talk.
Well, what a to-do.
I saw that on the view screen. You just outed Huey Green on live TV. Not cool. Oh, hi, Ainley.
Orla, it's you!
Well, I outed Lewis as well, and you're not complaining.
He was already openly gay, and frankly, you don't need to be Holmes to work out he's gay. That purple suit he was wearing was a clue. But it's not okay to out someone.
I met Holmes, he wasn't gay. Wasn't much of anything in that department as far as I could tell. Oh, the journey we went on.
I didn't mean Holmes was gay. Wait, Holmes doesn't exist. He's fictional.
What, because Sir Arthur Conan Doyle made him up? He wishes credit thief.
Stop trying to change the subject.
He was going to come out next month anyway. Maybe I helped.
That's not your call to make.
Hello? You do remember picking me up, don't you?
Shut up, Ainley. I'm sorry, that wasn't called for.
Yes, I'm sorry too. Doctor, we'll discuss this later.
Oh, I do look forward to that. Ainley, welcome back on board the TARDIS.
It's so good to see you both. Well, the shouting at me aside, where's Dottie? She is okay, isn't she?
Yes, she's just taking a run around the TARDIS dog park.
Yes, which I don't remember being there before. Then one day, I was taking a stroll around the TARDIS. There it is. Of course, the TARDIS wouldn't know anything about that, would you, old girl?
I don't know who he bickers with more sometimes, me or the TARDIS. Anyway, how are you, Ainley?
I'm good. I just can't believe it's you guys after all this time. It's been 2 years since that awful business with the Master and Ramsed. Oh, but of course, time travel. How long has it been for you two?
2
years. I thought time travel was complicated enough. Thought we'd go all real time on you.
But why now?
Well...
Doctor, can I do this one?
Do this one?
Yes, you do the whole explain what is happening to the poor confused human thing all the time. For once, I know where we're going and Ainley's the newbie. Can I just do it this once?
Well, I can't say I care for the word newbie, but go on.
Can I just say...
Quite newbie. She's going to explain where we're going.
Well, like the doctor said, I've been travelling with him for 2 years, and this morning I reminded the doctor of that, because if I don't keep track of these things, trust me, he isn't going to. And he said to me, where do you want to go to celebrate? And that in itself is a Dear Diary moment. Usually the best I get is, we are here, wear something warm, or fireproof, or one time, put something on that will hide the slime. Anyway, I said, wouldn't it be fun to go back to the first alien planet I visited? And the doctor said, if we're going on a nostalgia trip, why not pick up that lovely health minister turned author, Ainley?
Nice shave.
Thanks.
We're headed to an alien planet? Wow!
Oh yes, and what a planet. The planet Olak, in the Kaznar system. 2 moons and 2 suns. They were at civil war for 15 years when we visited, but thanks to some clever tricks by the doctor and I, we brokered a peace deal, and for the first time in a generation, they were friends again.
What was the fight over?
Well, there were...
Excuse me?
Sorry.
The 2 sides of the planet had a trade deal for years and had been friends. But on both sides, there were people who believed the deal favoured the other side. They made up facts to support their claims, and one day, the lies just became seen as fact. And when the left got a blight on their crops, they blamed the right and they went to war.
No one questioned the war?
People who were against the war were seen as traitors or unpatriotic. It was only when the doctor found some old archives proving the truth of the original deal that people started waking up to the facts and started seeing each other as people again. I helped out in the hospital and found the medical data that proves the 2 peoples even had a shared ancestry, that they weren't always 2 people. Suddenly, those who spread hate were seen for what they were. They elected a new world president and the people on the right and left united as one. The left got access to much-needed crops as theirs never recovered, and the right got a share of the left's water supplies as theirs was running out. They realised that the 2 sides needed each other.
A beautiful symbiosis.
So why return now?
Exactly. We saved them, we move on.
You said one day we'd come back.
Yes, that's something I say, like, no, Orla, of course dressing your dog up for Halloween isn't sad. Doesn't mean I mean it.
It's nice to see how a planet's getting on 2 years later. How did the peace affect the planet? Did they remain one people? Don't you ever wonder that kind of thing?
Not really. Once the people are saved, I move on. If I'm meant to end up there again, the TARDIS will take me then in her own time. But fine, I promised it was your choice. So let's go. Here we are. Oh, we're inside some sort of big building. Looks like some sort of waiting area, like in an airport.
But it's...
Another planet, completely different from our own.
And out that window.
A pale yellow sky, and the trees have white leaves.
Could you just let me have a moment, please?
Sorry, too much travelling with the doctor.
I've said nothing and I still get the blame. Don't you start.
Can I start then?
Who are you? And where did you come from?
I'm Sandy. I'm a friend of Orla's. I used to dog sit Dotty whilst Orla was at work. Then one day, after the master's visit last Christmas, Orla disappears for a few days. When she comes back, she appeared in this box of the doctor's. She said she was there to pick up Dotty, and the doctor says, only if we take you as well as a dog sitter, whilst they go adventuring. Charming.
So what are you doing out of the TARDIS with Dotty?
2 years. 2 years have been stuck in the TARDIS while you two go off exploring. Look, usually it sounds like you guys get into all sorts of danger while I'm safe inside the TARDIS. But this time, we know it's a friendly planet, so Dotty and I are going for a walk.
You've been in the TARDIS for 2 years?
Oh, I let her out to stretch her legs and head to the pub every month or so. Oh, very well, but stick with us for a moment while we get the lay of the land. A lot can happen in 2 years. First, let's work out where we are.
Well, look, over there. There's a desk with a man at it. Customs, maybe?
Curiouser and curiouser.
Hello, young man. My friends and I appear to be lost. We're heading to the capital city and seem to have gone off course.
Yes, sir. We rerouted your spaceship. I'm afraid you cannot enter Aulic without being checked into the planet.
Since when?
The law came into effect 2 years ago as part of the Aulic unification. Now the Aulic people are as one. The government wished to ensure everyone visiting the planet is a friend. Welcome to the Aulic Alliance.
So they did stay as one people, Doctor. You don't look like you're from Aulic originally.
No, from that symbol on your necklace, you're a survivor of Traken?
Yes, sir. I came here as a refugee just before the war. I'll just need to see your papers of travel, please.
But we don't...
Yes, of course. Here you go.
Every time with the psychic paper.
You are the Doctor and Orla?
You've heard of us?
Heard of you? You guys are heroes to the Aulic Alliance. If it weren't for you, the planet would still be at war. Are you here to help us?
Are you okay? Did that device on your wrist just glow?
No, it's just the light bouncing off the metal. I just made that noise because I've been getting a headache all day.
Right. What were you saying before about helping you?
Helping by obeying the rules whilst you visit.
Of course. I take it we're free to go. It should say on our papers we're travelling with 2 other authorised travellers and 1 canine life form.
Yes, I see it here. Roger Ainley and Sandy Dale. 1 Earth canine. You're all free to go. Is that Dotty? Hey, I heard a rumor that her urinating on a statue is where the tradition of bathing one's statue of the twin gods came from.
Oh, of course not. My dog would never do that. Come along now, everyone.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize it was the Doctor. I was rushed into here so fast. I'm sorry I talked out of turn. Please, don't hurt me again.
Never mind that fool. Did he suspect anything?
No. As far as he knows, there's nothing going on to worry about. Your 2 people are united as he planned. He knows nothing more.
Good. Wait a few minutes till he's gone, then close down the station you're at and return to your usual duties.
Thank you. Did you know it was him when you sent me here?
Just get back to your station immediately or I'll set off your wristband again.
Yes, ma'am.
Orla, did you notice something strange about that building?
Well, it seemed a little quiet for a spaceport, but apart from that, no.
Quiet? We were the only ones there. And look how clean it was. Not one piece of litter out of place, no magazines left on benches, nothing. Not so much as a little shop. Oh, I do like a little shop.
Well, if they're advanced enough to redirect the TARDIS, maybe they have advanced cleaning robots.
Maybe, but I didn't see any. Also, that man at the desk, he looked like he was scared of something. And that wristband clearly shocked him. He also looked so thin, almost malnourished.
Oh, I'm sure he's fine. Can't we just enjoy being back on a planet we saved?
We don't save planets, we help. They do all the real work.
Sorry to interrupt, but do you have to go through customs on every planet like that?
No. Usually I bypass such formalities. Most planets don't have the tech to force me to go through proper channels.
Do I detect a hint of irritation?
Damn straight you do. I've made a strict policy of avoiding red tape. I'm not used to going through it.
Well, it's hardly like they grilled you too strenuously.
Oh, great. 3 of you to heckle me now. Oh, of course, 4.
So this seems like a large city we're in, the capital?
Yes. We are in the capital city of the entire planet, the city of Warris, in the country of Ool.
Can I go to walk Dotty now? She looks like she needs to go, so to speak.
Okay, Orla, do you fancy a stroll with Sandy and that pooch of yours? In the meantime, Ainley and I can take a look around.
OK, I'm sure I can keep Sandy and Dotty out of trouble.
The question is, who will keep you out of trouble? OK, back here in 1 hour.
Come on, Orla, girls' day out.
And try to stop Dotty peeing on any statues this time. Can't always become a sacred custom. And good luck to the plant Olak.
Excuse me, sir.
Thank goodness you didn't show up a minute ago in that uniform. Sandy would have been all over you.
Sorry, sir.
Never mind. I think she usually goes for men anyway. How may I help you? I take it from your uniform, your Alliance law enforcement?
Yes, sir. I'm part of the Alliance security team, Commander Matez. Can you come with me, please, sir? The President would like to see you at the palace.
Do you think they saw through that fake ID of yours?
Possibly, or it could be worse than that.
Worse?
Yes. They could be wanting to throw a welcome back party in my honour. I hate that. Last one I went to, Orla made me wear a party hat. Where's the dignity? Having said that, would be nice to see President Samar again. Coming, officer.
Madam President, we have the doctor and a friend here to see you.
Thank you, Commander. Send them in.
President Samar, how the devil? Oh, you're a woman. That happened to me once too, you know.
Yes, I am a woman, but I am not Somar.
So what are you doing in Somar's office then?
President Somar is no longer with us.
He died? He wasn't even that old. What happened?
No, he's not dead. He literally isn't with us. He left for off-world. We were so indebted to him for all he did to bring peace to the planet. He was given a round-the-solar-system trip, a gift from a grateful people. He should be back in a year now.
So who might you be?
I am President Wash. I heard of the TARDIS landing and had to meet the man and woman who united our people. But this isn't Orla. I heard there were 4 in your party when you landed. And an Earth animal?
My other friends went for a walk with the dog. I'm sure you won't mind that. This is my friend Roger Ainley. People just call him Ainley.
Of course I don't mind. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Ainley.
Please, just Ainley. A pleasure, Madam President.
Wait, now I remember you. You were the leader of the right side of the planet, Somar's deputy after peace.
I was vice president before Somar left, and I am originally of the right world. But we do not think in terms of left or right anymore. We are now one happy people in the Alliance.
Excuse me, but if you had just reunited, why would the then president step down right after, at a time when surely you'd just agreed on him leading your people?
Good question.
Well, he wanted to stay on, but to be honest with you, he had a few health issues that he kept quiet till he knew the planet was at peace. Then the extra strain of taking on a united world, with wounds to heal, just proved too much.
I see.
But doctor, why the visit now? Come to check up on us?
Nothing so formal. My companion Orla just wanted to revisit the planet. See how it did after the peace process.
Although we only briefly met, I heard so much about you and her when you were last here. The amount of lives she saved in the hospitals, the DNA evidence, as she called it, that helped you prove your theory of shared ancestry. We are so much in both your debts. I'm sorry to have missed her.
Maybe we can drop by before we leave. We're just glad to see it all worked out.
Of course. And please take a look around. I would just sound one note of caution.
Oh?
Well, peace is a great and precious gift, but sadly, some do not see it as so. There is a small group who live in the west of Warris who cling to the old ways and are loyal to the left of the planet, and it can get quite dangerous. Something we are working hard to rectify. So please, have a look around, but avoid anything west of the city centre.
But that's the direction Sandy and Orla headed off in.
We must go after them.
Please, no need to worry. Matez, please dispatch a security team. 2 of the doctor's friends have headed to the west, and we want to make sure they aren't intercepted by the rebels.
I'll see to it personally, Mom.
Thank you. You see, Doctor? They will be escorted back to the town centre, and I'll get them taken to where we picked you up outside of customs.
Thank you. I'm in your debt. I assume in the meantime we're free to go?
Of course. Here is a comms device. We will call you on it when your friends arrive back safe. Welcome back, and remember, my office is always open to you at any time.
Madam President, I'm back at my desk if you need anything.
Can't you see I'm in a meeting?
I'm sorry, ma'am. There was nothing in your diary.
I will talk to you later.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Wasn't that the young man we were served by at the spaceport?
Sure did sound like him.
Ah, yes. My secretary does work there sometimes, too. He's part-time with me.
Of course. Well, thank you, President. We must be off.
Madam President.
Matez.
Yes, Madam President?
When you find the 2 women, have them brought to me immediately. I've given the doctor and his other friends a comm device with a tracer fitted. Use that to keep track of them. I don't want the doctor finding out anything we don't want them to.
Understood.
Oh, and Matez?
Yes, Madam President?
At the end of Ty's shift, have him executed.
Yes, Madam President.
Something's not right here.
How so? The new president seemed nice enough, and she's going to get Orla and Sandy back to us safely.
President Somar having stepped down like that. Someone tried to assassinate him just before he declared peace. They only wounded him with a dagger, but it was enough for Orla to do a full check-up on him. He was in fine health, and clearly was dedicated to seeing the peace process through. That and all this business in the West. I'm not buying it. And being the president's secretary isn't a full-time job. Nothing's right here.
So, what do we do next?
We explore. Talk to some people. There's a market just down the road here.
Exploring? An alien planet? How exciting! But why start at a market?
If travelling about the universe for all these years has taught me anything, it's that people tend to talk more easily strolling around a market. Great place for gossip.
OK then, Doctor. Lead the way.
Well, lovely day for a walk. Look at those fields of... What is that?
Orange grass. According to the doctor, you can also get apple and peach grass. I never quite know if he's joking.
Well, I never. I don't know if I want to be facing down Daleks and weeping angels, but I should get off the TARDIS to see the sights like this.
It's not all aliens trying to kill us. That's, 90% of it tops.
Greetings, ladies.
Oh, you frightened the life out of me. What were you doing out in that field there?
But a hiker through these fields. Don't tell the farmers, though, will you? They get mad at people wandering through their crops.
Well, they won't hear it from us. My name's Orla, and this is Sandy. We're just taking my dog for a walk.
I'm DeBow. Your skin's so pale. Can you be an off-worlder? It's been so long, and what's this? Dog, did you say?
Well, yes, I suppose you'd call us off-worlders. We're from the planet Earth. You've probably never heard of it. A dog is an animal we keep as a pet.
Ah, dog's like a sheen by the looks of her.
Exactly, like a sheen, but with a few less tails.
Well, I'll take both of your words for that.
Before, did you say the Earth? The planet of Orla O'Brien? You're that Orla? You travel with the Doctor?
You know Orla?
No, I was not lucky enough to meet her and the Doctor when they came here. But you two come from another world, and the Earth, no less. This animal. It cannot be the Dotty you travel with.
Yes, this is Dotty. The Doctor and I came back with some friends to see how you're all getting on.
I didn't realise what celebrities you'd be here. Even Dotty.
Yes, great heroes to our people. Incredible. I'm sorry to say we're not all doing as well as you might think, though. I need to tell you what's really going on here.
There they are. Wait, is that DeBow? What brings the leader of the rebels out here?
What do you mean not everyone is doing as well?
Well, everybody down!
Who's shooting at us?
It'll be the government.
Government? But why?
Let the women go and come with me, DeBow.
You think I'm going to trust you when you come in shooting? Run! Behind that boulder. Over there. I've got a secret transmat.
So much for you being a hiker.
Ah!
Sandy!
Come with me.
Get your hands off me.
No time to stop. I promise we'll free her later.
But we can't just leave her.
Do you want to risk your life out of this dog of yours?
Fine. Dotty, come.
Just round this corner. 2 to transmat and reload.
Damn it, where did they go? There must be a transmat station hidden around here somewhere. Madam President, I got the older one, but the younger woman and the dog got away.
Return to base immediately. Wash out.
The older one? How dare you? If you don't cut that out and let go of me...
You're what? I have a quantum laser pistol here, so you can come quietly, or maybe you got shot by another rebel leader as we were moving off.
Well, when you put it like that...
Shane burgers! Get whilst they're on.
Roger X, 2 for us on.
Get your maps of Wars here, see the sights.
So these people look like us, but their faces are more of a red colour, and those from the right of the planet have ridges and crescents on their forehead, like President Wash.
Yes, and if you look at the family over there, they're from the left side of the planet, with circles on their forehead.
So why the difference in appearance if they're from the same planet?
Well, it's like on your planet if the Neanderthals had lived and evolved alongside man. Same origins, just a different turn evolutionarily later.
OK, that makes sense. But why is it I can understand their language, but they all seem to have different accents? I swear I've heard English, American, Canadian, even a bit of Welsh.
The TARDIS translates the Olek language.
But the TARDIS must be a good mile away. That's impressive. And the accents?
We're in the capital city. You're a politician. Think about the last time you were in London to head to Westminster. How many accents did you get there?
Ah, so people come from all over the planet to see the capital?
See here, work here, live here. Give it a few more years of the planet being integrated, and once they worked out the transmat technology, instantly taking people across the planet, and the accents will soon blur into one, as will their appearances.
Amazing.
Want to know something else amazing? Notice all the looks we're getting?
You think they recognise you from last time?
Maybe, but look again. See anything else unusual?
No. What?
All the red faces and ridges. These people are all from Orla.
And you would expect something different on the planet Orla?
In the capital city of an entire planet which has a spaceport nearby.
Other visitors. Where are all the people from other planets?
And the penny drops.
So, why aren't there any other aliens?
Good question.
Get your fresh crotchet eggs, 2 for a zon.
Excuse me?
Oh, afternoon, sir. Want some crotchet eggs? 2 for a zon.
2 for a zon? Oh, that's a good price.
Is this the best time to sort out breakfast for tomorrow?
Oh, yes. Leave the eggs right now. We're wondering if you've seen any aliens about.
Aliens? Only you two. Wow. The rumour's true. You're the doctor, and this is Orla. Don't reckon much for Earth women.
I'm not Orla, I'm a man. But you heard about the doctor already?
Well, news travels fast round here.
When was the last time you actually saw an alien before us?
Most of them hang out with each other, you know. Down in the west, mind. I'd be careful going down that way. That's where the rebels are. But I'm not racist, though. Live and let live, I says. Actually, I'll hire an alien fella from... Here, where was it you're from again? It's a funny name.
Lycasia. My name is Kendra.
Yes, no one asked your name. Sorry for him.
I think you'll find Kendra is a lady?
If you say so, they all look...
I wouldn't finish that sentence if I were you.
Alright, Guff, no need to be like that. I mean, you guys, you seem all good and well for off-worlders, but you see, most of these alien types, they just don't want to integrate. You know, half of them don't even speak the language. Fair play to both of you for putting the effort in.
Kendra there seems to speak the language just fine.
Well, yes, but most of them...
Are you the only one to feel like this about aliens on Orla?
Not by a long shot, sir. I'm just saying what we've all been thinking for years. The President, since she's come in, has united our people, made us see who we really need to worry about. Aliens who come here and don't give back. Honestly, I'm not against the aliens, but if they don't want to integrate, let them have the West. Them and the rebels.
You do remember you're talking to aliens, right?
Yes, but like I say, you guys seem alright.
Thanks, I think.
It's all your other aliens who don't give back. I mean, don't get me wrong. The ones cleaning the hospitals and working for market traders like Kendra here, and that chap who works in the President's office, he's alright. Doing a good job, but it's the other ones.
How many of these other ones have you actually met then?
Well, none. But they're all...
In the West, right?
Well, yes. You see them every now and again walking about, but they never talk to anyone. You try and engage with them in a chat, and they just talk alien back at you and walk on.
So what if Kendra here decided she wanted to own a market stall instead of working at one?
You're not one of them who thinks the aliens are like us, are you? I mean, they're all good and well, but it's not like they can do the jobs we can do. Otherwise the government wouldn't have stopped recognising their, qualifications and the like.
Right, thank you. Maybe I'll come back for the eggs later.
Thank you, sir. Crotchet eggs, 2 for a zon. Crotchet eggs, 2 for a zon.
I'm starting to get what you mean about this not adding up.
And notice the President didn't mention anything about a problem with aliens integrating?
Well, maybe she suspected you wouldn't be too happy about the attitude towards aliens. But why, when their people have just united, did they start hating other species?
Well, sadly that bit I understand too well. It's the new enemy.
New enemy? I don't follow.
Well, you're from Britain on Earth. Think about the history there. The Irish start coming over, they get hated, then eventually accepted. The Pakistani come over, hated then accepted. Polish, Bulgarian, it's the same everywhere. The new people are always the most hated.
I remember working on the Irish peace process as it happens. They had more trouble settling their own differences than the UK ever did accepting them. So shouldn't these people still be adjusting to being one?
Unless someone decided to speed up the process. When we were here last, aliens were already light on the ground thanks to the war. What if someone coming into power wanted to use that to their advantage? President Somar was a peace-loving man. I wonder at him not being here anymore. But I just get the feeling that there's more to this. Why have such a huge building for the spaceport and no one visiting?
So we investigate, right? Is that what you guys do? Find mysteries on alien planets and investigate?
In between running for our lives and getting shot at by laser pistols, yes. But before we investigate and get shot at a bit, let's find Orla, Sandy and Dottie. Surely the President's forces must have picked them up by now.
Welcome to the Resistance.
They just took my friend. I want answers quickly. Oh, Dottie, are you okay?
Your animal will be okay. She will most likely fall asleep. You feel that tingling in your body? It's where we're perfecting the transmat technology. For animals, the effect from the transmat is a little more pronounced. It's safe, she'll just need to sleep it off.
Well, it had better be. OK, Dottie, settle down then.
So, explanations. It all started a few years back when peace was announced. I worked in the President's office as his assistant. I'd always thought that Wash wasn't as she seemed. She spoke peace to the President, but as more of her staff came into positions of power, she would find reasons to reassign other members of the President's staff. If the President questioned it, well, she played on his kind nature, saying that she'd given him leadership of the planet. And was it so wrong that she wanted her own people around her as she served the planet as his deputy?
She planned a coup?
Yes. After you and the Doctor first visited, I tried to warn the President. I'd been called into a meeting by Wash and the others of the President's staff behind his back. They didn't talk openly, but they made it clear that if those loyal to the President wanted to still be in their positions, they'd be loyal to Wash instead.
So what happened?
I was too late. As I spoke to the President, we heard laser fire. Wash's people were taking the President's office. They must have realised I was still on the President's side. He had a secret exit that he led me into. I begged him to join me, but he refused. He said that he wouldn't abandon his people. He still thought he could talk peace with Wash. The last thing I heard was a laser shot and the President screaming in pain. He was never seen of again. The story was put out that he was travelling the solar system, his health not being up to the rigours of running the planet after years of conflict. But I knew different.
Look, I'm sorry, but how does kidnapping me and my dog help that? And why have they taken my friend?
Well, that's the other part of this. You came in through the spaceport, yes?
Yes, so?
Noticed many others there?
Well, no, now you mention it. The Doctor and I did think it strange.
There are none.
None?
Well, no new ones. The last arrived over a year ago.
But no one seems surprised to see us. If we were the first aliens in a year, wouldn't they be?
Not if the people didn't know.
Well, that's quite a thing not to notice.
Well, firstly they take the aliens that are here, take their rights away, just a little over time. Maybe they have to be citizens for a year before they start to get anything from the government. Then you make it 2 years. Before too long, maybe you need to have been born on Olak. Then you make it so their alien qualifications aren't worth as much as our nice Olak ones. Make doctors janitors overnight. You know, there's a man who is now the President's secretary. He used to be in the government.
That's horrible, but it's still a step away from getting rid of all aliens.
Again, not if they don't know they aren't coming.
But how?
Well, aside from those now cleaning the streets, toilets and working in the mines, you make them seem like they're isolated, that they exist, but they're over there, say, in the West. You don't see them because they aren't integrating. You keep a spaceport to keep up appearances, use it to parade out people from other planets, but what you don't see is them being snuck in the back door.
Why would anyone agree to be used like that?
Well, they pay them a few zons to do it. These people are so poor thanks to all the changes they can't say no. The few who do aren't seen again.
But there weren't any aliens when we arrived.
No, you caught them off guard when you arrived in your TARDIS. They were probably in the market. Each day after the aliens arrive, they're told to walk the street, but not to talk to anyone.
Well, OK, but to what end? It seems like a lot of effort to go to.
Because most people of Olak are good, just like President Somar was. They believe in peace. You need to do a lot to make them all think aliens are bad. But they are getting there. Those who are already mistrustful become more so. Those who aren't become so. Then when they do ban all aliens, people will welcome it. We're just one step away. Already attacks on aliens across the planet are on the rise.
So Wash just hates aliens?
Well, yes, but also she sees that the more fearful you make people, the more power they give the government. And the one thing she loves is power.
But why take Sandy?
Leverage. Wash knows the Doctor will see something's wrong. If he finds out something that she doesn't want him to, then she threatens the Doctor. Of course, that won't work as she hoped now.
And why not?
I have you. She wanted to capture you both. Only one and the Doctor needs to get you back. And from what I've heard of the Doctor, he wouldn't leave without you.
So what? You just want to use me as bait too? I will not allow my friend to be in danger, to be put in the middle of your underground war, no matter how much I might feel for your cause.
And I wouldn't put you in that position. We can work on a plan to rescue your friend and get you back to the Doctor. But first I want to know what Wash's next move is.
And how do you find that out? Have you got someone on the inside?
No, we tried. But security is so tight that all our men we got on the inside were discovered and killed. Then I remembered a device in the President's office, and I was banking on Wash not knowing about it. Somar always kept an emergency broadcast system in his office. It was hidden in a panel in the wall. Only he and I knew about it. That's how I found about the pretense about alien visitors. It was designed so that in the event of an attack, he could use it to contact the people on the outside. Sadly, he never thought the threat would come from within. It took some doing, but I've managed to connect to it, so I can hear what happens in the President's office.
So does that mean you knew we were here?
My walk along the field this morning may not have been entirely a coincidence.
Right. Well, I think you better get this thing on before I think about that too much.
Come.
Madam President.
How could you let this happen? Only one of the women? You couldn't even capture the sheem? It only has 4 legs. It should have made it easier to catch.
I tried my best, but by the time I got there, Debo was already with them. I did well to get the other woman.
You fail me, and you say you did well.
Sorry, Mom.
Enough. I have a plan. Maybe we can turn this to our advantage. Send in the women.
Right, this way.
Get your hands off me, unless you're going to do something considerably better with them.
Officer Matez, you dare treat our guest here as a prisoner?
But, Madam President...
Enough!
The hell is going on?
My apologies for my over-enthusiastic officer. We had heard the rebels to the west had got word of your arrival. I asked you be brought here for your own safety. Hearing they got your friend saddens me deeply.
But that man seemed so nice. He seemed more worried about this officer here.
Well, these rebels would be. We only want peace for our world. They want to see it at war again. Sad.
Is Orla in danger with them?
Not in the short term. They will want her for leverage. We will inform the doctor. Then I think we should get your friend back and get you all off-world for your own safety.
But sir, you can't just barge in there.
Watch me, and I'm with him.
I'm sorry, Madam President. These men just barged in here.
Thank you, Ty. Go back to your desk. I think Matez needs to see you later.
Yes, ma'am.
President Wash, have you found my friends yet? Oh, Sandy, there you are.
They've been taken.
What?
Please, Doctor. No need for concern. I was just about to call you on the comms device. Yes, the rebels have your friend and her Sheem.
Sheem? They mean Dottie. Sheem's like a dog, but with an extra nose.
Ah.
Matez here will go and start chasing up her contacts in the town. The rebels will want something in exchange for their prisoner. As soon as they contact us, we will arrange a meeting. From there, we will have them.
Oh, the amount of times I've heard that. Go on with your investigations. Sandy, just show me where you last saw Orla. We can find where she was taken.
She was transplanted from a hidden base. Our teams have scoured that area so many times. It's completely hidden.
All the more reason to let me look. Give me 5 minutes with my sonic screwdriver and I'll find their base.
I'm really sorry, Doctor. I cannot allow that.
Oh, and why not?
With the rebels on the move like this, it's not safe.
Oh, Matez, you do worry so. The Doctor and his friends here are more than capable. But I must insist you take Matez with you, Doctor.
Must we?
If you do find the transmat, I don't want you going off on your own. Just a feeling I get that you would.
Well, can't falter on sizing you up, Doctor.
Thank you, Sandy. Right, Matez, you're with us. Sandy, lead on.
This is Radio Olac.
It's your boy Skleezy here on Radio Olac, and we are taking calls right now on the aliens, the Doctor and Orla, once heroes who made our people as one, but do we want them back? Let us know your thoughts. We have our first caller on the line. Hello, caller. What do you gotta say?
Hello, Skleezy. Regular listener, first-time caller. Look, we're grateful to the Doctor and Orla, okay? But is this a time? I mean, we've made peace with each other, and we're just now trying to come to terms with what we want from other planets. And Doctor, he shouldn't be interfering.
Well, thank you for sharing that. We do have someone on line, too, that might disagree. Caller, you are on the air.
I'm sorry, Skleezy, but that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. The Doctor is the reason for the peace we are enjoying. And if we can accept each other, why not people from other planets?
Well, clearly a hot button issue here, and we'll get into that a little more here on Radio Olac. But after this tune by the Kleck from their new album, I Do It for the Zone!
Oh, Matez, you do worry so. The Doctor and his friends here are more than capable.
Damn it. With the Doctor's help, they'll soon find the transmat.
Isn't that a good thing? The Doctor will soon put an end to this.
As much as I trust you in the Doctor, the President and her people are armed. It would not be so easy to explain what's been happening to the Doctor before we all get shot.
I see. Well, you said this was the Resistance. How many are there of you?
Well, there are only 5 of us here. We're split into cells hidden across Olak, so if one of the cells are captured, we don't all get caught. But our numbers are dwindling by the day, if people don't learn the truth soon.
Is this the only cell with a transmat?
No, but this is the hub. You destroy this and no other cell can transmat. Although we're separate, this is our main base. If this place was lost, then it would be the end of the resistance. They'd use the transmat to find the other cells.
So, if I understand this tech correctly, couldn't you rewire it? Make it a junction, but not the receiving point?
So the transmat would carry the signal, but no one could land here.
Exactly. Then you land whoever tries to transmat here somewhere else.
That's genius. Our base would be safe, and we could still travel around the planet. Yeah, but wait. All the other receivers are in the other cells. We can't endanger the others.
Have you got any spare receivers?
One moment. Befez, this is DeBow. Come in here a moment.
How can I help you?
That spare transmat receiver that you have, how long would it take you to set it up?
How much further, Sandy?
Just in the clearing by the field. That's where I last saw Orla.
Great. The Sonic can trace back the transmat from here. It'll take a few minutes, though. No doubt the rebels will have set up a dampening field. That'll be why your tech couldn't trace it, Martez. But I've got the TARDIS amplifying the Sonic, so we should have a location shortly.
Is that what you were doing in your box on the way here?
Well, that and changing out my jacket. It's very hot out today.
Yes, that and you tried to hook Sandy into the TARDIS to save the walk.
And it would have worked too if she had cooperated.
Well, as much as I wanted to get Orla back safe, I am not being hooked into your TARDIS thing.
It's perfectly safe. Well, 99%-ish.
Very reassuring.
What is this crater?
It's where one of the bombs went off during the war. If we set the transmat up at the bottom, then we can take the higher ground, capture anyone who comes through. They won't be able to shoot before we have weapons trained on them.
But my friends are with them.
We'll make sure they're not harmed. As soon as we get Matez's weapon, we'll reunite you with them and use her as leverage against President Wash instead.
It is ready. We need to take our places at the top.
I've got it, behind that boulder.
But there's nothing there.
You think? If I just adjust the Sonic...
Where did that control panel come from?
The transmat, so it was cloaked.
I take your rebels have some tech to hand.
More than we would like.
Can you trace where they went?
That's the easy part. Looks like they were relying on the cloak being enough. Everyone onto this panel in the middle of the device.
Oh, is this going to hurt?
It's a primitive prototype transmat, made on a planet that's new to the technology.
So?
So if it hurts, at least we know it didn't kill us.
Oh, wait a minute.
They're coming through. Take aim.
This is no base. It's a trap.
Lower your weapon.
Doctor!
Orla, you're safe. Or at least I hope you are. New friends?
Yes, it's okay. They're the Resistance. I have to tell you what the new president's been up to.
That's great, Orla. Just one question?
What?
Why does one of your new friends have a gun trained on you?
Don't be silly. DeBow is...
I'm sorry, Orla.
So it was all a lie?
No, not one word of it. But Matez alone is not enough. If we let you all go, they'll just consider her a casualty and continue to track us down. It's just a matter of time. With you and the Doctor and your friends, you're heroes to our people. If they kill you, it might not go down so well. I'm so sorry. Befez, go down and take Matez's weapon. We'll then lead them all back to our base. We can contact the President and talk terms.
You heard him. Move! Owen Martez,
Yes.
this is for my father.
Stop! Now, this is not our way!
It's only a leg wound. It's better than my father got.
Go down and get them all. Do not harm her further.
As you wish.
What did she do to his father?
His father worked with me for the President and was also loyal to him. Where I escaped, he did not. He was executed in private. We only found out through our spy network.
I'm sorry. You seem to be a man who knows enough to know that shooting Matez won't help or taking us prisoner.
Our numbers get less each day. Most believe the lies of the state. They know no better. Taking you is all we have for now. I do not condone violence that we do not need to do, though. You'd better join them.
Can I at least see to her wounds? I have a first aid kit in my satchel.
Oh, of course. I will make sure Bethesda does not stop you.
Thank you for that, at least.
This is Radio Olak.
It's Olak's favorite, The Skleezy Show. We're taking your calls again on the return of the Doctor and Orla. Caller, you are on the air.
Look, I'm sure they helped in their own way, but from what I hear, it's been exaggerated how much the Doctor and Orla actually did.
All right, caller, I was there, and no offense, but I saw it firsthand, my friend.
Well, yes, but what did you actually see? Them making a nice speech, which was broadcast on your show? But did you see Orla in the hospitals? Or the doctor in the peace talks?
Well, I wasn't there, but we've all seen the holo recordings.
Well, a lot of people are saying they're forgeries. That's why the Sheem of theirs only has 4 legs. In the editing, they accidentally cut the other one off.
Well, I saw the Earth Dog and they only come with 4 legs.
Hey, I'm just saying what people are saying. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what you're saying would be my question? Anyway, we'll be back after this message by our sponsor, Sinax Hover Chairs, for when you want to look like you're the president on a Noogle miner's pay.
Get in there!
Stop pushing us! Can't you see Matez is barely able to walk after you shot her?
My heart bleeds. You're lucky DeBow let you bind the wound. It's more than she deserves.
Look, we're in now. Maybe let's just take a moment and calm down.
Oh, that would be nice. My feet are killing me.
Maybe not the time to complain about your feet when someone else has half their leg with laser burns on it.
I was just saying...
Where's Dottie?
The Sheem is fine.
Yes, she was still groggy from the transmat. She's resting in one of the sleeping quarters.
So what's the plan now, DeBow?
I will go out and contact my friends in the nearest cell to Warris. They can have a message delivered to the President saying that we have you all and to meet us in a neutral place to talk.
What then? You negotiate with her?
I have to try.
The doctor is right. We've tried negotiation. She just tries to kill us.
I admire the thought, but she will no doubt double-cross you the first chance she gets, if even half of what you've said before is true. We need to expose her, and to do that, you have to let us go.
I'm sorry, Doctor. You are a good man and the true President trusted you, but I cannot risk letting go of my only leverage. She cannot kill me if we have you.
But how can you be so sure?
Like I said, the people are docile right now. But if they find out that they killed me when I have the Doctor and Orla and was trying to talk peace, this will not go down so well.
If they hear that. Sounds like this President is good at twisting events.
I have to try. Befez, treat our guests well, and no matter how much we may both hate Matez, don't harm her further. We're better than that.
If you insist. But she better not try anything, or I make no promises.
You hear that, Matez?
I heard.
I shouldn't be gone long.
Was it really necessary to bind our hands before leading us back?
Sorry, Doctor, but we could not risk it. As much as I am somewhat of a fan, I also know your reputation.
What reputation would that be?
Well, if memory serves, when the armies of the right world had some who tried to go against the peace effort and fire on the peace talks, they found you had swapped their guns for... What were they called again?
Water pistols, as memory serves.
Orla, stop helping. Okay, I may have a slightly mischievous streak.
I am sorry this is needed. Martez can rot for all I care, but I recognise you two are heroes to our people.
You have a funny way of treating your heroes.
I did not want this.
So what did you want?
What?
Ainley?
One of the traits I feel I brought to politics was actually caring about what people wanted. Empathy is sadly in short supply these days in Earth politics. So you, Befez, was it? What do you actually want?
It has been so long since anyone asked. I want justice, not just for my father, but for all the people of Olak, for our friends from other planets who now work as slaves. So many have died for the President to live in luxury, and the people don't even know it. This is tyranny, and it must end.
Of course we understand that, but this is not the way. If you let us free, I promise.
I'm sorry, Doctor, but I cannot.
Because DeBow said not to?
No, you misunderstand. I was waiting for him to be far enough away. Yaji, come in here.
I don't understand.
I'm sorry. I do it myself, but I respect you too much. Yaji, take the doctor outside. We will tell DeBow he was killed trying to escape. I've already told the men on guard. They are waiting on your command.
Doctor!
But you can't do this. We're on your side.
He knows. But he also knows my death will be something the government won't be able to cover up.
Won't they just blame the rebels?
Yes. And that will force DeBow to act.
Your rebellion is too weak. It won't survive this.
Then we die trying. I love DeBow, but he plays it too safe.
But what about the rest of us?
You will live. I only need to kill the doctor. Just take him outside, Eugene.
Any last words?
Just do it.
Ready. Aim. Fire.
Doctor!
Doctor Who, The Unsaved Planet will return after this message about Stonewall.
Hello, I'm Katie Manning. I hope you're enjoying this Gallifrey Stands production of Doctor Who, The Unsaved Planet. I just want to remind you it was recorded to raise money for Stonewall. Stonewall stands for Acceptance Without Exception. They campaign for equality for the LGBT community, both here in the UK and around the world. But they do need your help. So, as you listen to part 2, please give whatever you can to justgiving.com/The Unsaved Planet. Thank you. And now you can get back to the action. Bye-bye.
Don't move anyone. Inside secure, ma'am.
Very good. After you, Doctor.
Too kind.
Oh, Doctor, you're alive!
Yes, which is more than I can say for Yiji and those other men.
You won't get away with this.
Oh, but don't you see, we already have.
Men, find out and secure the base. I'll keep guard here.
Yes, sir!
You may as well save your effort. No one else is here.
Where is Dabo?
He popped out. Such a shame. How did you find us?
Doctor, you remember that comms device we gave you? You still have it, right?
Oh, and it has a tracer fitted, right? So what now? You kill us all and blame the rebels?
Why commit a lie that could get caught out so easily? I think I will enjoy watching this sanctimonious doctor rot in a jail cell with his friends. No body is evidence. We will simply tell the people you left the planet. Also, I'm sure a few torture sessions will loosen your tongue as to how the TARDIS works.
What do you want with the TARDIS?
Foolish human. Why work on shaping this planet to what I want it to be now and be forced into the tedium of coming up with lies and false narratives to get the people to comply? When I can go back and make it in my image. Imagine no aliens are ever allowed on the planet in the first place. We never divert as two warring people. We are as one, with me as its leader. Pure. No aliens tainting our blood. And I will be as if a god!
Oh, please, I've heard better villain speeches in the House of Commons.
Me too.
Oh, yes, of course, MP. That's not the point, though. You think you can just rewrite time so easily? What if you change the wrong thing and you're never born?
Oh, but Doctor, that's the best part.
Wait, Dabo, leader of the Resistance?
I was going to contact the other resistance cells, but this has gone on long enough. All the people need to know you've been lied to. President Wash stole the presidency. Samar is missing, presumed dead. Wash's policies are enslaving aliens and stopping others from coming to our planet.
But if this is true, now, wait, I'm being told the Alliance security is taking the station?
And why would they do that if they weren't worried about what I was saying?
Okay, listeners, I'm just a DJ and they're taking me off air for someone talking to me. Even if half of what Dabo is saying is true, we need to rise up now.
We have the studio surrounded. Come on now, and we won't hurt you.
Don't let this happen!
We apologize that this edition of the Skleezy Phone-In Show has had to be taken off air for technical reasons. We will endeavor to bring him back as soon as possible. For now, we turn you over to Olak's favorite radio sitcom, The Gooflax.
That's right, it's the Gooflax. It's the universe's craziest family. What are they up to this week?
Where have you taken Buffez?
We thought we'd give him the first turn at interrogation for all of his work with the rebels, whereas you get a nice cell in here, Doctor, and the rest of you.
If you're going to manhandle me like that, you could at least take me for a drink first.
What have you done with Dottie?
That Sheem, or whatever it is, will be taken to the nearest animal centre for testing.
Testing? Oh, I swear if you harm her...
Maybe worry about your own circumstances right now.
Alright, but could you give me the 10 a.m. wake-up call? I feel like a lay-in. And the full English for breakfast, please?
Let's see how funny you think it is when the interrogation starts. Speaking of which, Befez will be waiting. Oh, and Orla, thanks for binding my leg. Feels better already.
Is it wise to antagonise her, Doctor?
Gotta do something to pass the time.
Oh, this is all my fault.
What, because you fixed her leg up?
No, if I hadn't insisted the Doctor take us here...
Then people would still have been suffering. These people would still have been taught to hate people from other planets, and those loyal to Somar would still be hunted down.
But you didn't want to come here. I heard what you said to Wash. You knew that peace, like war, doesn't last forever. That's why you didn't want to come. I can see it now.
Yes, I didn't want to come. It's not easy when you work so hard for a planet to live in peace, and then you return to something even worse and more insidious than war. That's why I don't like returning to planets. It can be too painful to see my work undone. But that's also why I have you in the TARDIS. We all have these things we don't want to do because they're too painful. Like when I took you back for your father's funeral. But like you then, I needed to come back. These people are being lied to, and others are being enslaved. I can't let that happen.
But how do we stop it trapped down here?
I could try to charm the guard. I'm pretty sure he was checking me out when I was led in here. The sight of me in handcuffs has had this effect on men.
Sandy, please, as my friend, never tell me the story that goes with that comment.
Well, they took the sonic screwdriver off me, so no help there. Let me try some of these stones in the wall. Maybe something's loose.
Hello?
Hello. Are you in the cell next to us? We're prisoners here too.
I recognize your voice. Doctor?
Yes, I'm the doctor. Have we met?
Yes. A few years ago, you helped me reunite my people.
Your people? President Somar?
He's been here the whole time.
Orla O'Brien? Yes. Wash realized while she was still grasping power, she could not afford to have the dead body of the former president seen by anyone. She convinced my remaining holdout supporters to go along with her plans if she let me live. As far as they knew, I was sent on the same round-the-solar-system cruise everyone else was told I was on. But I was the first prisoner down here. In time, all those who stood against the government were either killed or ended up here.
Not that I'm not glad they didn't, but why not just kill you?
Because just as I knew, my people in the palace are still decent at heart. She realized as much as they would go along the coup in secret, they weren't ready to see me killed. I think she gets a sadistic thrill out of seeing me in here suffering. She even visits sometimes to try to taunt me, tells me how the people have forgotten about me. I never believed her.
Right, that really does settle it. We need to get out of here, and we need to take Somar with us. Somar, this building, it seems a damn sight older than the 2 years since Wash's takeover. Where exactly are we? They threw bags over our heads for the journey. My guess is to make sure people didn't see who we were.
We are in the capital, beneath the presidential palace. We used to use these cells during the war. I was getting ready to have them filled in. Ironically, I ended up filling them.
So now, we just need to get upstairs.
Let me out of here!
But we just got you strapped in.
Leave us now.
Very good, ma'am.
You can kill me, but there are more of us.
Well, some, but not as many as you need for a rebellion. And now we have your main base. Once we've cracked the security of the transmat, we can use it to trace the other cells. It's just a matter of time.
So what? You want me to save you the time and tell you where they are? Is that it?
Well, that's what I'm meant to be here for. But you know, my leg is still smarting and I can't help but want you to pay for that. Don't worry, I know how to keep someone alive for days before I kill them. Wouldn't want you to miss the pain.
Your president won't be happy if you kill me and don't get any answers.
True, but to be honest, as long as my guards work out where your fellow traitors are, her anger will be short-lived. Definitely worth it to hear you scream. Now, what to use? Maybe start off with the laser knife. Memory serves, you have a scar on your left shoulder. Ah, yes. There it is.
Okay, look. I'll talk. Just please, don't do this.
Really? You expect me to believe one of the heads of the rebellion would talk so easily?
I can prove it. When they first searched me, when they brought me here, they missed the dagger I have concealed in my left ankle holster. Beneath my trouser leg. See for yourself.
Alright. There's nothing there. Is this meant to be some kind of trick?
No, this is.
No.
The dagger was in my arm holster. Close enough to cut the strap on my wrists. Just needed you to bend down for the angle. What on Alak? Stand back. I'm armed. It's you.
You were expecting someone else, my friend?
But how?
As I was leaving to send the message, I saw Wash and her guards take our base. I saw what they did to Yiji and the others. I knew if I went over there they'd either kill or take me, so I went as planned to contact the other cells. But then I had a better idea. I contacted the whole planet. I got put through on the Skleezy phone-in and let them hear the truth. I don't know how much got out as the station got taken by Alliance security so fast, but people have already taken to the streets.
Well, what happened to all your talk of caution?
You were right. You and the Doctor. As much as I want the least bloodshed, we need to take a stand, and I think with the Doctor at our side we have the best chance. We might not win, but at least we can die doing the right thing.
Then let's go and get the Doctor. How did you get in? You can't have got through this far past the guards so quickly.
The President, the real President, Somar, had the same secret tunnels that allowed me to escape, leading all over the President's palace. Our cells have already started taking the palace along with anyone else who heard the broadcast. Turns out a lot of people were already suspicious. I used a distraction to get into the tunnel system near the back gate. We can take the tunnels down to the prison cells. Let's go.
Right, so when the guard comes in, hearing Sandy screaming pain, Ainley, you'll be hiding behind the door. Then you just need to clock him over the head as hard as you can, and I will hold him down, whilst Orla, you search for the keys.
So, we're going with plans from 60s prison dramas as our best chance of escape.
It'll work. Anyway, have you got a better plan?
I might.
Oh, thank God. That had very little chance of success.
What's he doing here?
You mean Bethers?
He tried to have the Doctor killed.
Is this true?
I am sorry. I acted out of desperation, and I nearly made a terrible mistake.
It's my fault. I refused to act, and that made others question me. I don't blame you, but we must all trust one another if we have any chance of making it out.
Good enough for me. You might also want to check the cell next door. An old friend of yours, I believe.
The bow.
Mr. President? Is it truly you?
Yes, it's truly him, and you're truly you. I'm sorry, but if we're going to have any chance of escape, the time is now.
Okay, I managed to get onto the radio station and tell people the truth. It started a run on the palace.
Well, that's a good start, but alone it won't be enough. However, if we get the President up to the surface, we can prove to people that he's still alive and that they've been lied to.
Get me to the tunnels. We can go straight to my office from there.
The emergency broadcast system. We can use it to send a message to the people.
Exactly.
Right. Let's go. Ainley, help me get the President out.
Well, no one helped me then.
Maybe we can help you after we've stopped the evil people and we've got free. So, where's the comm system?
Just here. But it will only broadcast to the area around the palace.
Orla, did they take your phone off you in the prison?
Is this the time for a phone call?
Have you got it?
Yes, here you go.
Excellent. If you remember, I gave this a little bit of a boost to be able to call around the universe. I can use these wires from the comms unit and hook it into the phone. Got it. You should now be able to contact anywhere on the planet with a radio set. You're about to go live on Orlac Radio.
Not so fast. Oh, President Somar, what are you doing out of your cell? What if someone were to see you?
Well, that was rather the point. Or at least hear me.
So sorry to disappoint.
So you're just going to kill us? A lot of bodies to clear up. Not your usual style as far as I've seen. You're more the type to lock up your secrets so people can't find them. Keep the populace on side.
And I would have stuck to that if you hadn't forced my hand. Now I can't afford to let you live. I can hide a dead body as well as a living one. Somar, I would have let you live out your days. It was enough for me. I had power and could keep the filthy aliens out. Why did you have to force me to kill you?
Well, if I were you, I wouldn't kill him. I'd put your gun down and just give up.
Why by all the gods would I do that?
Because we have just been transmitting everything you said.
Oh, I'm right on cue. I think your people want a word with you, Madam President.
But you can't have. If I'm going down, I'm taking you with me. Doctor, you first.
No! Let go of it!
Never!
This is for my father.
The planet was mine.
Doctor, are you... Somar!
He dived in from the weapon when she fired it. It hit him instead. Orla, help him!
I'm putting pressure on the wound, but he's bleeding out.
It's okay. Really. It's okay.
But you just got free.
But so did my people. That is enough. The bow.
I'm here.
They will be confused. The people. They will need guidance. They will need you to tell the truth. To lead them.
They need you.
They need the truth.
He's dead. I'm sorry.
He was right. They need a new leader and someone who can work with everyone to bring about a lasting peace. People won't want to accept aliens on this planet after being taught to hate for so long. Udabo, You need to show them that everyone has rights.
But I'm just a soldier.
You are more than that. You're a leader.
I will try.
And let's go tell the people.
Look, it's Orla.
It's the doctor.
They must have exposed Wash.
Thank you all. But we are not the ones who did this, or the person who believed in you all this time. That was this man, Debo. You're up. Good luck, mate.
But I can't.
You're the only one who can.
People of Orla, we've been one people for 2 years. We've learned to trust one another. It's taken a long time and so much work, which we continue to do to heal the wounds of war. But we cannot do that whilst we're living a lie that President Wash made most of us believe. A lie that had us treat people coming here from other planets as less than us, worse than we treated each other in our darkest hours. That ends now. Of course, we'll have to have elections and vote on a permanent leader, but if you'll have me, I offer to be a guiding force as an interim leader for all people. Left-worlders, right-worlders, and those who choose to call our planet home, who were born on other planets.
But all they do is take.
No, my friend, that's what you've been told. But we can trade with other planets. If we visit them as they visit us, we can learn from each other. I do not expect people to believe in me overnight. But let me show you a better future, and a dawn of a new age of peace and trust for our planet.
I think that's our cue to leave them to it.
So what happens next for Olak?
You heard Debo? He will help them. They will have new elections.
But how do you know that they will choose him? Choose to welcome people from other planets?
I don't. They get to choose. They may choose wisely. They may choose poorly. They may make choices we wouldn't.
But it's their choice, right, Doctor? We can help them, maybe save some people, expose some lies, but they have to do it for themselves. We'll end up here again if they need us.
Couldn't put it better myself. Now, where's Sandy? Please say she isn't leading the celebrations with the first Orlak male she finds.
Well, good idea, but I actually went to get her.
Oh, thank goodness you're okay.
I think everyone's going to be okay. Yes, just fine.
So where to now, Doctor?
Now back to the TARDIS. Let's find somewhere we haven't been before.
Doctor Who, The Unsaved Planet starred Dr. Squee as the Doctor, Michelle Sewell as Orla, Adam Manning as Ainley, Sandy Shakespeare as Sandy, Dottie Who as Dottie, Joy Johns as President Wash, Sarah Whitehouse as Martez, Simon Spindles Pothast as Debao, Brendan Guiley as Barfez, Jeremy Raddick as Ty, Tom Dangerfield as President Somar, Lewis Mainwaring as Lewis Welsh, Ben Montgomery as Huey Green, Ian Muckelhinney as the TV announcer, Kevin Smith as himself, Ralph Garman as himself, Patricia Quinn as herself, Bethany Black as the market vendor, Dave Ladkin and Richard Charlie Boys as the market traders, Nikki Shakespeare as Kendra, Matt Lees as Skleezy, Johnny Rock, Mark Baumgarten and Paul G as the phone-in callers, Yi-Ji Cho as Yi-Ji, Will Wilkins as the OLAC radio announcer, Stuart Shaw as the interrogation guard, with additional voices by Nick Johns, Raphael Novak, Johnny Whitetrash, Matt Rose, Neve Sewell, Richard Charlie Boyce and Christian Basil, with special introductions by Matt Lucas, Katie Manning and Elliot Chapman. It was written, edited and directed by Dr. Squee. Special effects were by Mike Mann at Monkey Basement Productions. Music was by Matt Lees Music. The Doctor Who theme tune was written by Ron Grainer and performed by Matt Lees. Artwork was by Dave Ladkin at Vortex Visuals. The play was recorded at Untapped Talent Studios, Southampton. Doctor Who, The Unsaved Planet was a Gallifrey Stands production, recorded in support of Stonewall, UK. The Doctor and Orla will return next Christmas for Doctor Who, The Dark Times.
My name is Elliot Chapman, Ben Jackson and the Big Finish Audios. You're listening to Doctor Who, The Unsaved Planet, in support of Stonewall. Please give whatever you can at justgiving.com/The Unsaved Planet. Thank you.
Hi, it's Dr. Squee here. Thank you very much for listening to Doctor Who, The Unsaved Planet. We really hope you enjoyed it. I'm now going to take you through a few little extras, a few little bonus bits of content, just to thank you for listening to the play and hopefully for donating to Stonewall. So we've got 10 fun little facts about the play. We've got the recording which Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman did for the play. They did this live on their podcast, Hollywood Babylon. So it's a little, 8-minute segment of them talking about the play and recording their lines. It was a lot of fun, and I think you'll enjoy it. And we've also got the outtakes, of course, from the play this year, which we're going to play in a second. But first of all, I would just like to remind you, this was recorded in support of Stonewall. I know we've had Matt Lucas, we've had Katie Manning and Elliot Chapman all telling you all about it. But please, this is why all those celebrities who featured gave up their time. It's why my cast and crew gave up their time. Why the people who did the special effects and the music gave up their time. Also, hopefully, we can raise a lot of money for Stonewall, which help the LGBT community around the world and help everyone just be themselves, which should be a right, but unfortunately is something that some people have to work harder at. And this charity seeks to make it easier again, as it should be. You need to go to justgiving.com/the Unsaved Planet and give whatever you can now to help support that wonderful cause. That having been said, let's get going with the extras. So first of all, we are going to have the outtakes from this year's play. Okay, let's go, Disco.
When they brought me here, they missed the dagger I have concealed in my left ankle holster. Beneath my trousers. See for yourself.
Alright. My trouser leg, beneath my trouser soundboard. That's new.
Alright, in my trouser pocket. In my trousers. There's a dagger in my trousers. It's only 2 inches, but we'll see what you can do with it.
Actually, I also noticed if you do that misread of it's underneath my trousers, the next line is there's nothing there. So that isn't very complimentary to you either.
I'm sorry, Skleezy, but that last guy doesn't know what he's talking about. The doctor is... Oh, that sucks.
And one day, beyond.
No, I don't want to make a peach.
Then the extra strain of taking on a united world with wounds to hell? Heal?
Take that line.
Yeah.
Usually I bypass search form.
Oh, yeah. Pew.
Oh, and Wash, you may as well come in now as well, because your next bit's...
Wash is souping herself, but...
Wash, finish souping yourself? Which is a very pleasing sentence.
He was the basis of my mystery
course striking the bar.
Then close down the station you're at and return to your usually No, it's got me now.
See how it did after the peace process. Beep.
Madame President?
Try Madam.
Darling.
That's a little bit too precious. We'll take both, and then I've got options.
Madam President.
I like that.
That nailed it, I think.
Yeah. That's what Ainley would do. He'd be doing a full brimmer out the door.
Yes, Madam President.
At the end of Ty's shift, have him executed.
Yes, Madam President.
Oh, that was so cold. You just don't give a shit there.
So
that was beautiful.
Sinister. It's marvellous.
Thanks.
You out.
Yep.
All you out.
Yep.
All you out of here.
Run, get out, get to the chopper.
Get off my land.
I can have a DeBow, a Sandy one, and a midget one. Oh, sorry, Michelle one. Michelle one. Michelle, slip of the tongue, Michelle. It was just a... Because I'm just going to be here directing, so I don't need a mic of any...
The director!
Yeah, I'll pretend like I know what I'm doing. Let's see how long that lasts for.
Greetings, ladies.
Oh, you're frightened the life out of me.
I'm gonna hide.
Sorry.
No. It's more than... Whoa! You're not in panto now, love.
It's nearly Halloween, though. Broomsticks and stuff. Right, we'll try that again.
Your skin's so pale and your forehead's so smooth.
Let's lose forehead so smooth.
Okay.
Botox.
Forehead is so shiny.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way it doesn't sound like something else. These people awful. Put the script down.
No, I want to hold it.
Okay, just don't.
No, I'm not going to touch that.
No, I could just hear it. It was moving a little bit. That's all. You just slightly jogged in.
I do apologise.
It's still
amateurs.
I tried my best. By the time I got there,
Get your hands off me. Unless you're going to do something considerably better with them.
You dare to...
This first scene, unless you're going to do something considerably better, more kind of attitude than straight up flirty. Yeah, just make sure when you're delivering your line, you're in front of the mic. Because otherwise it could sound like you're coming from one side.
Well, that might be a nice thing.
Maybe afterwards, darling.
Aww.
So who's...
How do you think I got this part?
yeah.
I wouldn't like to assume.
Again, we're not... Well, that hasn't changed out of my jacket. It's very hot out today, and in the studio.
As soon as we get Matez's weapon, we will excuse me.
This is no base, it's a trap.
A little more like you're a soldier. This is no base. It's a trap!
Okay.
A little bit Akbar, I've got to
Yeah.
Yeah. Or at least I hope you are. New friend?
Sorry.
May I finish my line? Is that alright by you, Orla?
No.
It said urgency, not over my line.
Any last words?
I like the little... Very well. That's a nice little sigh. That's good.
Been in the car for 3.5 hours. I'm already pissed.
Excellent method pissed off. Oh, good. Yeah. Get some air.
So scene 15.
I'm so generous, my actor. Have some air.
Yeah. Feel free to breathe.
Yeah.
But not too much.
Yeah. Know your limits.
Probably send it be limited.
Breathe responsibly.
Right. So.
Yeah, Mike had to go. There was a sewage incident.
Yeah.
So he's a good lad, Johnny. He's a good lad. Yeah.
Here we go.
And we've asked Mike not to do sewage in his pants while we're recording in future.
I'll try.
No, sewage in his pants is a podcast I forgot to mention, actually.
You hear that, Matez?
I heard. Well, sorry. As I said my line.
When I begin, I heard, sorry about this. It's all been disastrous got up.
Just have an outtakes reel, it'll be fine.
Oh, I will. Don't worry.
Ready? Aim! Fire!
Oh, sorry, we need President Wash as well. Sorry,
And
President Wash,
Martez.
please, and Martez.
And Martez. Yeah.
It's a big scene.
Yeah, it's gonna get hot in here.
Take off all your clothes.
A mercy, it is like Florida.
Yeah,
I think you'll find a flawless accent there as well.
It was uncanny.
It was like you were home, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
You've done this deliberately, though, because Orlak is a tropical planet, isn't it?
Oh, locks and mercies in that. Again, it's...
That's bordered on racist now.
Yeah.
Don't move anyone. Inside secured, Mom.
Very good.
I didn't picture him quite as like butler, like inside to your mom.
Really trying to keep a straight face and then you lost
Well, like,
it.
surprisingly, your husband Nick, I had to kind of give many readings to get him to sound like a soldier. He is a soldier. Like, don't let this happen.
It all seems so plausible.
President Samar. He's been here the whole time, says Orla.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I get lost in the drama too. It's particularly well written, I have to say.
Tom's melting over there. Look at him. He's really getting into his role.
He's been here for a minute, like he isn't getting any sympathy.
Knows nothing.
He's all dishevelled and sweaty. Oh no, he's like that normally.
Yeah, he's a student. He's a student. That's fine.
No, I haven't been a student for a year, so...
Yeah, close enough.
And now, our brand new talk show, Lewis, with a
more anger, less blah.
Yeah. DeBow, please. DeBow to the recording studio. I don't know why I've gone old-timey, but we'll also have Ainley, please.
You were expecting someone else, my friend? You were expecting the Spanish Inquisition?
Nobody expects that. Stand back. I'm armed. It's you.
Happy to see him. You're happy to see him. He's saving you.
It's only you.
Okay, we'll wrap there, guys.
Well done, everyone.
You know, it's great listening back to those outtakes. It just reminds me of what a fun time we had recording the play. And it's probably the most fun we've had recording the play so far. And that's under some stiff competition from some great experiences from previous years. But I digress. We're going to go now to 10 fun facts from the play. So these are just little behind-the-scenes nuggets of information recorded by me and other members of the cast and crew. Please enjoy this. Fact 10.
I'm Simon Potast, also known as Spindles, and I play the character of DeBow. The character of DeBow was named after David Bowie. In an early version of the script, there were also characters named after Freddie Mercury and Jane Silent Bob from Kevin Smith's films.
Fact 9.
I'm Joy Johns, and I played President Wash. In an earlier version of the script, the two warring people who came together as one were from neighboring planets, with Wash being president of one of them, and the alien storyline was a lot more played out with the citizens being anti-alien. In the end, it was decided the people of the planet should be seen as mostly good, to make the ending make the most sense.
Fact number 8.
I'm Dave Ladkin, and I did the artwork for the play and played a market trader. This production saw the most cast members in all of the Gallifrey Stands Christmas plays to date, causing the recording studio to turn into somewhat of a sweat chamber for the core cast. Conversely, Dr. Squee wanted a more stripped back look for the artwork to feature only the Doctor and Wash to make a more stark look.
Fact 7.
Hello, I'm Brendan Guiley and I played Buffess. Squee wanted the play to have a really authentic feel, so he cast Simon and I as DeBow and Buffess. We already do the Nerd vs. World podcast together, so this helped a lot with rehearsals, and it also gave us that sort of pre-existing chemistry to help us play off each other a little bit better. He also cast Sarah as Martez, partly because she was already friends with Joy, who played Wash, helping them have a natural chemistry playing off each other as well.
Fact 6.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Raddick, Gareth in the 1996 Doctor Who TV movie, and Ty in Doctor Who The Unsaved Planet. The play each year is written throughout the year, and Dr. Squee wanted to get casting the celebrity cameos extra early this year to get as many as possible. So the first cast was my friend Yiji So, who recorded his part back in March before the rest of the script was even written. So Dr. Squee came up with some lines for a scene he knew he wanted to use. I was the last one cast after a chance meeting with Dr. Squee across Skype on the Mark Who 42 podcast.
Fact 5.
Hi, Joy again. In the last Skleezy phone-in, Nabil Shaban, who played Syl in 2 Sixth Doctor stories on TV, was to reprise his role. However, his manager thought that although Syl was never mentioned by name, it might be disrespectful to use him without his creator's permission. So it was decided to change this to DeBow phoning in. The name Olak is also a nod to an earlier title for the play, The Local Planet, Olak being an anagram of local.
Fact 4.
I'm Matt Lees. I play Skleezy, as well as producing the original music for Doctor Who The Unsaved Planet. My character was actually written for me by Dr. Squee, and he even named Skleezy after my nickname, Leezy. See what he did there? Similarly, Sandy is played by Sandy Shakespeare, Lewis by Lewis Mainwaring, and Yiji was played by Yi Ji Chow from the 1996 Doctor Who TV movie.
Fact 3.
Hi, this is Ben from IndieMacUser.com and the Gallifrey Stands podcast, and I've been lucky enough to play Huey Green in the Gallifrey Stands Christmas audio plays. Outside of the main cast, Huey Green and Lewis Welsh are the only characters to feature in all 3 plays so far. Dr. Squee wanted to make them the Jay and Silent Bob of the plays, and always had an idea they would start as work colleagues and end up being a couple. Ironically, we ended up getting Silent Bob himself, Kevin Smith, to appear in 2 of the 3 plays.
Fact 2. Hi, Squee here, and I produced and featured as the Doctor in this audio play. This is the most man-hours we've easily put into any of the audio plays, and so it was only up to a week before it came out that we were still producing it and adding the music. This was partly due to the fact that our sound effects guy, Mike Mann, had his computer break down on him, and so thusly I had to do a rush job on adding sound effects to the last few scenes, and I was trying to match them up as best as possible to Mike's amazing work that he's put into the rest of the play. I think it sounds pretty good, and I'm really proud of Mike and everyone else and all the work that's gone into this one, and the music by Matt Lees. It's just a really great effort by everyone involved. And fact number 1.
Hi, I'm Adam Manning and I play Sir Roger Ainley. Each year, Dr. Squee chooses the charity we're recording the play to raise funds for, based around something relevant to someone in the cast. The first year was Ronald McDonald House that gave me a place to stay on hospital grounds whilst my son had surgery. Last year was Pancreatic Cancer UK in memory of Squee's dad who died from pancreatic cancer. This year we picked Stonewall for all the LGBT members of the cast and for the contributions to Squee's life from the LGBT community as a whole.
First of all, I'd just like to credit Johnny Easton, who provided the track If I Could Fly royalty free, which is available now on YouTube. And that's on the background of that extra. I would also like to speak to that last fact which we had there from Mr. Adam Manning. Now, the reason why I had that on the end was so I could talk a bit more about why I chose Stonewall this year. And it's quite simple. It's personal to me. Now, it's not personal because I am LGBT or even Q. I'm straight, cis, male, but when I think about the LGBT community, it's very easy for me to think to what that community has given me. So when I think of music, my thoughts instantly turn to Freddie Mercury, or to David Bowie, Mark Bolan, and many other examples. When I think to acting, I think Sir Ian McKellen. When I think to stage, Richard O'Brien springs to mind. All these great mediums of expression, which mean so much to me, have been influenced heavily by this community. When I think to Friends, I think to Ben and Lewis, who do the features every week on this podcast, and to all the members of this play who've also given up their time to be involved and who've been great friends to me over the years, and some which I've just met recently. I think of all these contributions to my life and how my life might be so different if it weren't for these people. And I think to Doctor Who even. And one of the 3 people accredited with getting Doctor Who to our screen, so the 2 other people are Verity Lambert and Sidney Newman, the producer and the guy who commissioned Doctor Who. And the 3rd person in that triad was Waris Hussein, who was the first director of Doctor Who. And imagine how different it might have looked without that directorial vision if it wasn't for his influence working with Verity and with Sidney to shape the show that became the show we know now and the show it was then. When I think of the fact that he gave us so much and couldn't be who he was, he couldn't be openly gay at the time. He was an Asian guy, for God's sakes, working in 60s TV, as if that wasn't enough of a challenge with all the things which were thrown at him for just being who he was. Then also being gay as well. It's a hell of a thing that someone who gave us so much faced so many challenges. Stonewall, I still find to this day to prevent people facing those such challenges for being who they are. And I think that's about all I can say about it. It is personal to me, even though I'm not part of that community. I am certainly an ally and a very proud one. So if you are too, please give whatever you can at justgiving.com/the Unsaved Planet. I promise that is the last plug I'll give for it. But now let's go on to the last of our extras. So this is Ralph Garman and Kevin Smith on their podcast Hollywood Babylon. So they took 7 minutes out of their time on the podcast to talk about the play and to record their lines and have a really good time doing it. So if you've got any young people listening, probably a good time for them to stop, because this does include some it includes the F word and other bits of language. So if you're not up for that, or you've got family members in the room, probably a good time to switch off the play at the moment. If not, please enjoy this, and please, if you do enjoy it, subscribe to the Hollywood Babylon podcast, which is available now for free. And if you like it and want to see it as well, you can subscribe to Babelvision, which costs a few quid or a few dollars or whatever denomination of cash you're dealing in, to get the video version. And it just helps them create more content. And please do that to support them, because they've supported us and supported this play. But for now, here's over to Kev and Ralph on Hollywood Babylon.
His first email says, I am doing a radio play for my podcast to raise money for charity. The play is a Doctor Who story for the Gallifrey Stands podcast, and each year we get celebrities do cameos to help people to donate. We've done 2 plays for the past 2 years, and last year we raised almost £400 for pancreatic cancer research. So this is out of the UK, obviously. This year's charity is Stonewall, a charity that raises awareness for the LGBTQ issues around the world. And we wondered if you guys might record a couple lines each for our radio play. You each would be playing yourself on a fictional talk show called The Lewis Show, promoting Kevin's fictional new movie, Tusk 2, The Elephant.
Should have done it. Should have kept going. There are a lot of animals I could have made people.
A lot of
into.
animals have tusks.
Fuck yeah.
So I thought we'd help him out and we'd record this. He can download
they
the
gave
podcast.
us dialogue. I was going to ad-lib, but fuck, this is awesome.
He can download the podcast, and then he can use our lines and just stitch them into his radio play. How about that?
Okay.
All right.
And I'm being me?
We're being ourselves, and we're on a talk show in the UK.
Wouldn't it be funner if we were each other?
I think it'd be confusing. I don't know about funner.
Here, let's try by just doing the opening of the show. You go, it's It's Sunday night in Brea. So let's babble the fuck on. I'm Kevin Smith, and I'll say I'm Ralph Garman. We'll see if that works.
Okay.
Go.
It's Sunday night in Brea, California, and I'm Kevin Smith.
You got it wrong. It's Sunday night in Brea, so let's babble the fuck on.
Okay.
Kevin. It's your fucking show.
I don't listen to you. I'm over here doing stuff.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, here we go. And action.
It's Sunday night in California, so babble the fuck on. I'm Kevin Smith.
I'm Ralph Garman.
What am I, from the 40s?
Yes! I think of
I'm Ralph Garman.
Yes!
And here we are in Brea, California. Thanks to everyone who came out tonight. We're really happy to enjoy you. I hope you enjoy some buffo yucks and some great comedy and laughs with us here in the beautiful downtown Brea, California.
That's what you sound like to me. You sound like Walter Winchell. You're like,
good evening, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all the ships at sea. Dateline, Brea, California. Big yucks were had tonight as Kevin Smith talked about delivering tubs. Let's just be us. Let's just stick to us.
Fair enough.
All right. Give this guy what he needs.
Okay.
All right. So we're on a talk show. We're talking about your new movie, Tusk 2.
So I lead?
Starring me. Yeah, you lead.
Okay. Hey, man, glad to be here. This time, 2 guys get sewn into an elephant suit. Can you believe that shit?
Yeah, I got to be the elephant's ass.
It's actually funny. I'm going to steal that joke for one of my movies. Go ahead. Sorry, back into it. And action.
Yeah, I got to be the elephant's ass. Another one of this guy's movies I don't get a line in.
Well, it says here, sound of audience laughing. That wasn't really...
They'll put that in later, I guess. It's not our script.
We'll fix that in post. Yeah, we'll do another take 2 for the audience.
Okay, all right. We got it now. We'll do a new one. And you have a role, too.
That's true. And you're in this. That's right. And if you get this right, because now I'm talking to everybody here, and you're about to perform, when we're done with this, you go to the IMDb and put it out as a credit. I've been directed by Kevin Smith. And just like Justin Long, your career will plummet.
Yeah.
No. Okay, here we go. People go, it's funny because it's true.
It's not wrong.
He's doing great.
He was doing pretty good, wasn't he?
He's doing very good.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
All right, take 2.
Take 2. So you need to lead them in. When he says another one of this guy's movies I don't get a line in, that's when it says sound of audience laughing.
Right.
So that's your role.
Okay, that's your cue. All right.
So your key line, what you're looking for, your cue, as we call it in the business.
I think they understand.
Hey, man, who's the director here?
All right, okay.
Fuck off. Who are you, fucking Star Wars firing me and shit like that?
Give me a donut.
Too soon? Okay. And your cue is, I don't get a line in. And action.
Are you not going to do your line first? Your first line? Are we not doing a whole take?
You're only doing the lead-in for them. You need me to lead you in?
Let's read it. Let's give them a whole piece.
My reading was perfect.
Oh, I forgot. I was dealing with Olivier.
Here we go. Someone give me a 1, 2, 3, go. That's too slow. You just give me 1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2, 3, go.
Hey, man, glad to be here. This time, 2 guys get sewn into an elephant suit. Ain't that fucked up?
Yeah, I get to be the elephant's ass. Another one of this guy's movies I don't get a line in. You're all fired. That was a...
All right, then it says the sound of audience laughing, then sound of TARDIS
materializes in the studio while we're there. Yes,
okay, and Lewis says, what the hell? Give me, you be Lewis lead in for me, because then Kevin Smith has a line.
What the hell? He's British, see?
That's what threw me. I wasn't...
thing takes place in
England. It makes sense, yeah, but I wasn't prepared to
What
hear.
the hell?
I gotta pull from a different place.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
I deal with Europeans differently.
Sure. It's a process.
Really, I just want to read my line real quick. Wow, I got to stick off.
You might want to rewrite that.
Before I record interviews. I'm seeing okay. Okay,
ready?
Here we go.
What the hell?
Wow, I gotta stick off.
Yeah, I didn't get that either. How they wrote that for you.
I gotta stay away from new strains. That'd be it. I'm gonna do a bit of rewriting.
Yeah, what a surprise.
Fuck you, man. All right, here we go. Lead me in.
All right.
And action.
What the hell?
Wow, man, I got to stay away from new strains before I record interviews because I'm seeing a blue box appear.
Yeah, can someone get me another Jack Daniels?
And then the sound of the TARDIS door open, and then that's it?
That's it for us, yeah.
Well, what the fuck happens next? I was really engaged in the
You're going to have to
syntax of the
download the play and find out what happens with Doctor Who.
All right, so we give this to this dude, and we listen to the podcast, and what happens next is the sound of dudes fucking.
Oh, suckered again.
And, well, we said that was the final extra. There's actually one more little extra we're going to give you right at the end. Now, this was sent to us by Ben, who's part of our Indie Mac User News team on the weekly Gallifrey Stands podcast. He played Huey Green in this year's play, as he has done for the last 3 plays. And this is a clip of his partner and the other half of the Indie Mac User News team, Lewis Mainwaring, who played Lewis Welsh in the play. And this is him doing a special skydive for Stonewall. Now, Lewis has no idea that we're playing this, and he is probably being surprised as he's listening to it now. I just like to say, Lewis, this was all Ben's idea, so all his fault, so you can blame him. But this is some audio of him around the skydive, and just shows that he's given his part by skydiving. Jesus, how scary does that sound? By skydiving for Stonewall. So we hope you've enjoyed this year's play. On behalf of me, on behalf of the entire cast and crew, and on behalf, of course, of Dotty Who, we'd just like to wish you a very Merry Christmas, and please enjoy this last extra to take us out. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Hello, Lewis. Hi. How's it going?
Really, really good.
Really good. Why? What are we doing at the airport today?
I am doing a skydive for the charity Stonewall, so thank you to everyone who donated. I've raised 625 and it's still going up, so thank you, thank you, thank you.
Blimey, well done you. That means no backing out then.
Nope, sadly not. I'm first out, so first out, first to hit the floor.
Awesome. Well, hopefully not hit the floor. You know, slide in nice and softly. Awesome. Well, plane's coming in now, so let's go and have some fun. Woo-hoo. How's that, Lewis?
I didn't pass out.
Yay! Yep. Awesome.
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah? You look like you're enjoying it.
Fighting the urge to be second.
Okay. So,
yeah, it's okay.
what was the best bit then? Was there a best bit?
Controlling it was
Yeah?
amazing. Steering
You had a little go, did you?
That was so cool.
Awesome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It
You're
was
welcome.
amazing.
So you'll be back to do it again?
Definitely.
Awesome. Nice one, man. Well done.
Thank you.
Woo! Congratulations.
Such a shame. All